Hello, good afternoon. My name is Gloria Lopez, and this is my video reflection. I've been working a lot on this. I asked for an extension, and thankfully I got it. And right now I'm going to record my video reflection on the assignment. Okay, I have my notes in here, so I'm gonna read them because I want to do this in a very organized way. Okay, my assignment, my resource is an activity I have named The Best Things of the People That I Love, and it supports for Chilean learners. The main purpose is to equip students age 8 to 9 with the ability to accurately describe family members using English adjectives, specifically focusing on the correct order of adjectives, the use of Asaskamp. When students describe their loved ones, they leverage personal connection to boost engagement and make the experience meaningful. For Chilean learners acquiring L2, this resource offers several benefits. Relevance and personal connection. Family is a central topic in Chilean culture. The activity laps into students' personal lives, making English relevant and emotionally resonant. This has a lot to do with intrinsic motivation. Practical communication skills. Mastering objective order allows Chilean students to create clear, natural-sounding descriptions in English, a vital skill for future interactions with English speakers around the world. Building a foundation for global communication. Grammatical structure. The Asaskamp is a universal rule in English, and by internalizing this structure early, Chilean students are building a solid grammatical foundation that will serve them well in diverse scenarios. Confidence in oral production. The Guess Who part, or the Guess Who game, and pair work foster a low-pressure environment for oral production. This is important for Chilean learners because it can be a hesitation to speak a new language. About the cognitive and linguistic needs of 8 to 9 years old, this resource is well aligned with the developmental stages of 8 to 9 years old, addressing both their cognitive and linguistic needs. The cognitive needs, at this age, children are in concrete operational stage, so they can think more logically about concrete objects and events, classify and understand relationships. And here we work with classification. With the Asaskamp, the activity develops ability to classify and categorize by requiring them to organize adjectives according to Asaskamp order. It is about understanding a logical system. We have the visual spatial learning, adjective cards, and a chart on the whiteboard. Caters to visual learners and helps to the abstract concept of adjective order through a concrete visual representation. The memory and association item. Repeated exposure to adjectives and their categorization and the association to real family members. And problem solving when they have to decide where each adjective card fits within the Asaskamp chart. They in here have to develop the critical thinking and about word properties. According to the linguistic needs, children are expanding their vocabulary and are ready for more complex sentence structures, and they benefit from structured input. In here we work with vocabulary acquisition, the structured sentence creation, the oral production, focus on accuracy. The emphasis on the proper order helps develop grammatical accuracy from an early stage. And also, I have all my notes in here. According to we have worked in the model, I took some very important aspects. The Son of Proximal Development, the CPD, from Vygotsky, The activity moves from familiar concepts to new linguistic challenges with significant scaffolding. The warm-up connects to their existing knowledge, classify adjectives with guidance from simple sentences, and create more complex descriptions. The application, I act as the more knowledgeable author by providing the OSASCOMP chart and guiding the initial adjective placement. And the pair work is very important too, allows peers to support each other in a collaborative learning. About the comprehensible input, we have Crashing in here. The resource prioritizes making the language input understandable. And the application, cards with images, teacher gestures, and visible complementary vocabulary board contribute to ensuring the input is comprehensible. Scaffolding support is provided throughout the activity and gradually removed as students gain confidence. And we have the initial support with chart, with cards, with modeling, intermediate support with pair discussions for adjective placement, providing full sentences as example, and the reduced support, students completing the individual worksheet and panel, they then playing Guess Who more independently. About motivation, very important issue. This resource is built around engaging and personally relevant elements. They have personal connection, which makes it meaningful and enjoyable. A game-based learning, the association game, and Guess Who introduce a fun, competitive, and interactive element that boosts engagement. The ownership, create their own panel, fostering a sense of accomplishment and pride in their work. And the social interaction through the pair work. And about the specific challenges and how they were addressed. The first challenge was or is the abstract nature of adjective order. The OSASCOMP rule can be abstract for young learners. I should make it concrete and visual. It's very, very important. The chart on the whiteboard provides a clear structure, a visual aid, and students manipulate the adjectives cards and physically place them into categories, turning an abstract rule into a hands-on sorting game. The second challenge, potential for monotony in repetitive drills. Instead of simple isolated drills, the resource integrates repetition into meaningful activities. Students repeat adjectives in context, describing cards, then use them in sentences about their family, and finally in a communicative game. The variety of steps, warm-up, the introduction, the association game, the panel construction, the guessing game, keeps the activity dynamic and engaging. A third challenge is overcoming shyness or fear of making mistakes in our production. This is a a huge issue with the students. And it's designed with low-stakes environment. The initial what can you see questions allow for simple, low-pressure responses. The pair work provides a safe space for students to practice speaking and correct each other before performing for the whole class. The familiar content describing family members makes the topic comfortable and relatable. And the game format, this turns production into a fun challenge rather than a test. The fourth challenge is individualizing learning while working in a group. The activity balances group interaction with individual tasks. The pair discussions and whole class games promote collaborative learning, while the individual worksheet and panel construction allow each student to personalize their learning and demonstrate their understanding independently. This resource effectively combines strong pedagogical principles with engaging, age-appropriate activities to help Chilean learners confidently master English adjectives for describing the people they cherish. And finally, I have 20 seconds. The fifth challenge is ensuring comprehension of new vocabulary. The resource uses adjective cards with images for initial vocabulary introduction, providing immediate visual context. The teacher gestures also aid understanding. The complementary vocabulary bird acts as a constant reference point for common words, reducing cognitive